This is gonna be a short, real quick video. This is a weekly recap. Let this refresh. This is gonna be a short, little weekly recap. Um, and just what I learned this past week. Um, Trading both of my, well, just one of my 100K evals. Where is it at? Here it is. All right. So look, this was Monday. Monday was low probable. I knew what I should have done. I It was a break even day. I knew that this first internal high, this low hanging fruit here, was what the market was giving me, and I knew in my gut, my intuition was telling me, "Man, look, take profit here, right?" I had placed my take profit all the way up here because on the higher time frame we had the turtle soup, Bissy respect, um, internal turtle soup here, SMT, market structure shift, respect of this Bissy rebalance, more displacement off of that, and I entered off of here. Um, should have been targeting this first internal high, because once price took this high here, this Bissy here ended up getting disrespected, and I think this little mini Bissy here, and so I ended up closing for about like $43, pretty much break even. So that was the valuable lesson that I learned, especially on a low probable day. When prices, when I'm given maybe 20 points or so on a low probable day, and it's the very first low hanging fruit, um, I have to take it, you know. And I believe that may have to be um, a new rule for me that I have to set in place for myself, so that way I'm not like self sabotaging or screw myself over. But all in all, like the model presented itself. I was happy with what happened overall. I did learn from it. And then moving on to the very next day, the model happened once again here. So pre-market on the higher time frame ended up um, turtle souping um, previous session low, I believe. Um, Let me see. I have all the confluences marked up on the screenshot on my phone. So lower time frame, uh, internal turtle soup SMT, higher time frame turtle soup SMT, or liquidity sweep, and what other people call it. 15-minute SIBI disrespect, 5-minute Bissy respect, the 1-minute SIBI disrespect, and for confirmation on the one, well, end discount, first internal high targeted, stop loss below first displacement candle. So on days like this where the low hanging fruit is really close in proximity, and it's one of, well, not one of, but pretty much the only source of liquidity that is the most, logical, and the easiest. I feel as though I may need to up my risk because I'm going to be in and out, right? Turtle soup or liquidity sweep in other people's eyes. SMT, 5-minute Bissy respect, 1-minute should be disrespect here. This is where my entry was up here. Stop loss below this first displacement candle. For about 19 points, 20 points roughly. And I was pretty content with that because, like I just showed you the day previously, I missed my blessing, and did in fact get greedy. That's okay. But the next day, I came back stronger, adapted. This is a mark. This is look. There are gonna be days like this where I'm not gonna catch the biggest move, and that's perfectly fine. I need to become a lot more obsessed with the consistency aspect, um, and I was definitely proud of myself for being patient, allowing the setup to happen. After price accumulated, came down, took these lows here, respected this imbalance, and left an S&T displacing higher. Cool, I'll take it. I love it. As long as the setup displays, well, as long as this, yeah, as long as the setup displayed itself, I'm content. And I'm cool with that. And that was the only two trades that I took this week. Everything else, um, I think Wednesday the setup happened like one more time. I just didn't really like, even on the higher time frame. Look, we have Turtle Soup SMT. Pre-market started to displace higher, indicating that the market was looking for liquidity, or was looking for higher prices up here at these relative equal highs. Or previous session highs maybe. And as macro started to open, price displaced, we accumulated. And in this, I was indeed patient, but I was somewhat uncomfortable with taking the trade, and that's perfectly fine. If you don't feel comfortable, you don't need to force anything. But on the smaller time frame, and this is very key. I'm realizing that price, after some time, and starting to see with my own eyes that it's fractal. Price is fractal. So if it's happening on the higher time frame, it's going to happen on the lower time frame. Here, we did exactly that. Rebalance into this BISI here, respective 50. Well, consequent encroachment, internal Turtle Soup, SMT. We even had an SMT. Like, everything was there. Everything displayed itself. It was just in premium. We were so high up, like from market open all the way up here, we displaced higher so much. I'm like, but it is what it is. We're gonna come back stronger next week. This week was pretty smooth. I'm not complaining. I'm content. I learned from my losses, and learned from my wins, and I learned from the trades I didn't even take. So, with that being said, yeah, peace.